I went to a high school party on a warm Friday night. Diane was sitting beside me with her hand in my lap, rubbing up and down when I began to sweat. She said, Jimmy, while you're all wet, you better let me get your clothes off before you catch your death cold. I said, gee, Diane, how your class is going? She said, Jimmy, you're afraid I'm not gonna offer again. Listen, I'm not afraid. I'll show you when the next time rolls around. I'll show you when the next time rolls around. I'll show you when the next time rolls around.
4, 3, 2, 1. And we're live. Good evening and welcome to the All Good Bookshop leg of the Somebody Else's Troubles virtual world tour. The band are live in the shop and you are hopefully live in your living rooms. This is Somebody Else's Brothers, so we'll be joined by friends and relations from around the world, and I will hand you straight over to Somebody Else's Troubles.
Hooray! Thanks for lending us the shop. It's amazing to be playing in one place together again.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. It is an old favourite. Well, it's an old favourite of ours anyway. Rambling round the country, gambling all the time. Me and this old guitar with a bottle and a dime and a glass of wine. Oh, Lord, won't you help me before I lose my mind? Got a little wife with a wedding ring, she's the one I crave. Spend every dollar that I make, drives me to my grave, that lonesome home. Oh, Lord, won't you help me before I'm dead and gone? Okay. Wish I was down in Nashville town, sunny south, you know. Not this Chicago, with her ice and snow chill to the bone. Oh, Lord, won't you help me drive that Greyhound home? Oh, Lord, won't you help me ride that Greyhound home? I get to heaven in mansions bright to dwell. Bad luck always follow me around, fall back down to hell just a shovel cold. Oh, Lord, won't you help me save my blackened soul? Oh, Lord, won't you help me save my blackened soul? I wish it would rain, wash my face clean. Gonna find some dark cloud to hide in here. Love and a memory sparkle like diamonds. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. Once I had a love from the Georgia pines who only cared for me. I'm gonna find that love at 22. Here at 33, I got a heart on my right and a one on my left. Neither suits my needs, cause the one I love is away out west. She never will need me. I wish it would rain, wash my face clean. Gonna find some dark cloud to hide in here. Love and a memory sparkle like diamonds. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. Gonna pack up my my two-stepping shoes, head for the golf course plain. I'm gonna walk the streets of my hometown, where everybody knows my name. I'm gonna ride the waves out in Galveston, where the hurricane blows in. 'Cause the golf course water flows sweet as wine when your heart's coming home in the wind. I wish it would rain, wash my face clean. I'm gonna find some dark cloud to hide in here. Love and a memory sparkle like diamonds when the diamonds fall. Burn like tears 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 when the diamonds fall. Burn like tears. 2 for 1 there.
Yeah,
Evening, everyone. I can see some people popping up there on the right. If you are here, please give us a shout and comment. We can't type back, but
and we're not wearing headphones, so we can't.
Nick may. Nick is. If you get any abusive comments back, it's Nick's fault.
It's all very cathartic. Let's
Nick,
do another
are you
one,
okay,
yeah?
Nick? Yeah, you can't.
Thank you, sir. Please may I have another?
Capo 3, yeah. So yeah, it's very good to be here playing together, and thank you very much for people showing up and tuning in, and also to you people watching later, because let's face it, it's sunny out there. Right, this is a song which I've really missed playing with the band, so I'm going to play it now. It's called "We All Hate Lucy." Take it away, Charlie. Well, did I ever tell you how Julie met Louise? Hanging in the palace bar on a plastic rosary. Julie, she was waiting on an internet date again. She gave him 10, but then she couldn't wait. But if you're checking out his profile, you would think he wouldn't want to be choosy. When in walks Lucy, turns out they both hate Lucy. Don't we all hate Lucy? La 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 Lucy. La 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 Lucy. Now if you was to ask me why Julie hates her so, you have to speak to Julie, 'cause truly I don't know. But you know, Lou and Lucy, they was always like that. But then Lorraine says there's this party round at Alison's flat. Louise was waiting there for Michael, dressed up really glam and so juicy. When in walks Lucy, Michael and Lucy. Don't all hate Lucy. La 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 Lucy. La 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 Lucy. I was admit that you and her used to be really good mates. Well, yeah, I liked her for a while, but then she kind of went off. It was about the time she started hanging around with that Sinead. Talk about Sinead, don't get me started. There's poor Michael, broken hearted, yeah. Thank God for Lucy. Michael, don't hate Lucy. 'Cause we all hate Lucy. La 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 Lucy. La 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 Lucy. Oh Lucy, Lucy, we all hate Lucy. Ah Lucy, Lucy, we all hate Lucy. Oh Lucy, Lucy, we all hate Lucy. Ah Lucy, we gotta love Lucy. Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
Much better.
Two people clapping. That's an improvement. Yeah, that's great. Right, so we are now going to introduce the first of our guests, and that is going to be Charlie's brother. So, Charlie, can introduce.
I'd really like to introduce you to Matthew, who's just a brilliant musician. I hope he's there. Are you there?
Oh, wow.
You're there! Hey, great to see you.
Ready to go,
Good.
I think.
Very classy guitar, very classy voice.
Got
Going to be
electric.
some classy tunes, all plugged in and everything. So I don't know what he's going to play because he sent me a list of 6 things. So I'm going to leave him to introduce it, I think. Great to see you, Matthew.
Great to see you. Thank you very much, everybody, for the opportunity to play. It's a bit humbling coming after all those lovely vocal harmonies. I've just got to carry it myself anyway. Here we go. I'm going to play a song called You Say by Michael Chapman. If I can remember how to play it. And so I'm saying goodbye, although God knows I don't want to. And so I'm saying goodbye. I just don't know when it will be that I'll see you. Well, it might be when the rain starts to fall. Well, it might be when the springtime has come. We can walk by the seashore. And it might be when the winds they blow cold. And we can lay in your warmth once more. And it might be when the rain starts to fall. We'll ride on trains through the mountains. And it might be when there's no rain at all. And we can lay all the day in the sunshine. You say you know where I'll be bound all alone. You say you know why I'm leaving. You say that nothing ever touches me at all. And I don't know what it is to be broken. And so I'm saying goodbye, although God knows I don't want to. And so I'm saying goodbye. I just don't know when it will be that I'll see you. Thank you. I've got a message. All right. I'm on after this one, apparently. So next I'm going to sing a song by the Australian band The Go-Betweens, and I'm damned if I can remember the bloody name of it. Which is always my problem. The heat is on, the windows are thin. I'm trying hard hard to keep this warmth in. I turned to her, she's sound asleep, someplace I don't know. It doesn't matter how far you've come, we've always got further to go. I try to tell you, yeah, I can only say it when we're apart, about the storm inside of me and how I miss her. Quiet, quiet, quiet heart. 2 hours on, my eyes are open. There's bad blood between us. What did I say that made you cry? Our dream can't die. It doesn't matter how far you've come, we've always got further to go. I try to tell her, yeah, I can only say it when we're apart, about the storm inside of me and how I miss her. Quiet, quiet, quiet heart. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. What is that light? That small red light, Scorpio rising. It doesn't matter how far you've come, we've always got further to go. I try to tell her, yeah, I can only say it when we're apart, about the storm inside of me and how I miss her heart. Yeah, yeah, I try to tell her, I can only say it when we're apart, about the storm inside of me and how I miss her. Quiet, quiet, quiet heart. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. So,
Bravo! More! Hi, pleasure.
That was fantastic, Matthew. Do it again. That was brilliant. It just looks beautiful there as well. I mean, obviously our backdrop is beautiful in its way.
And the bookshop is beautifully
Yeah,
fitted out
yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, Matthew. So
Come again.
we're going to see you next time. Yeah. Fantastic. Matthew Graham, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to do another song, and then my brother, Neil, is going to come on. I think he's still there. Yeah, good. With or without the dog, we're not sure. So James is going to sing this one. James, do you want to introduce it?
Sure, sure. This is the title track from our first record called Couples Dance. Really hope you enjoy it. We'll give it a go right now. Yeah, Charlie. Okay. dancers enter, where they sit and stand along the wall. New suits, new frocks, all looking well. Boys and girls with no story to tell. It's a couple's dance, promenade. It's a long night to wait with your back to the wall. It's a long walk on your own to the back of the hall. Should I ask her, or just wait a while? Or take her hand, nod and smile. It's a couple's dance, promenade. Take hands full from the top. Hush now, listen. This will be a proper dance, so don't cross over. A pride of pretenders, too cool, too soon, smoking cigs in the anteroom, laughing, joking, not much to say. First one, then another, he slips away. It's a couple's dance, promenade. In the corner sits a covey of doe-eyed girls, some with fringe, some with curls. They seem timid and shy, but not entirely so. One says yes with a rosy glow. It's a couple's dance, a promenade. Long lines forward and back, pass through, turn alone. See her face, but hold only her gaze, then swing for aid. Swing for aid, Charlie. Wishes and dreams crisscross the floor in glances that spark so electric. Moments come and then they're lost so quickly. Here she comes. It's a couple's dance, promenade. It's a couple's dance, promenade. It's a long night to wait with your back to the wall. It's a long walk on your own to the back of the hall. It's a couple's dance, promenade. It's a couple's dance. It's a Thank you very much for that.
Couples
Cheers.
dance, ladies and gentlemen. Still, as I may have mentioned before, available to purchase on Bandcamp, but also not available to stream. Just so you have to buy it. So now I'm going to hand over the floor to my brother to completely upstage me. I tried to arrange it so that no brother would have to follow another brother, but I'm going to have to follow him afterwards, which was not my intention. But yeah, the amazing Neil Coles, ladies and gentlemen. Can we virtually give it up for Neil? And Neil, can you hear it? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear that ridiculous introduction.
Brilliant.
Can you hear me?
Fantastic. Right, we're going to go backstage, and the floor is yours. Take it away.
Okay, good evening, everybody. This is new for me, so I haven't played for quite a while. Ian wrote me into it, so I promptly had to go and write some new songs. This is a lockdown-inspired song, because like many other people, I built a pond in lockdown for the wildlife, and I needed some songs to sit by the pond and play. And this is the first one I wrote. It's called At the Bandstand. Met you down at the bandstand on a cold blue winter's day. You kept your guitar in a broken case, but you sure knew how to play. Laying back on the cold ground, making music to the sky. Just one of those moments that makes living worth a try. At the bandstand. Now you're just one of my stories that I'll share with anyone who wants to hear. Oh, you're just one of my stories, but every part of you is still so clear. At the bandstand. Met you down at the bandstand on a cold blue winter's day. Shared our hopes and fears, then we kissed them all away. You played me what you'd written, what no one else had heard. You sang it with your eyes closed, and I hung on every word. At the bandstand. Oh, you're just one of my stories that I'll share with anyone who wants to hear. Oh, you're just one of my stories, and every line of you is still so clear. At the bandstand. As the day fades to grey, we will stay at the bandstand. Now you're just one of my stories that I'll share with anyone who wants to hear. Oh, you're just one of my stories, but every line of you is still so clear. At the bandstand. There's nobody to clap, it's so depressing. So this other one is my lockdown song, which is all about, well, just where your mind goes with all the trouble that's been going on. And it's called The Trouble and the Doubt. I'll take these things out because they're in my way. I'm heading south, where the river meets the sea, at the harbour mouth. I need the tide to pull me out from the river of my doubt, river of my doubt. I've been trying to stop the time, trying to slow it down, trying to make it mine. But the harder that I try, faster that it goes, the more it seems to fly. Why keep pushing the same rock up the same hill until we die? I'll just sit on the rock, taking a breath as the world goes by. I'm heading south, where the river meets the sea, at the harbour mouth. I need the tide to pull me out from the river of my town, river of my town. I've been worrying about what I can't control, the trouble and the doubt. She could show me different ways that occupy my mind, help me through the days. Why keep pushing the same rock up the same hill until we die? We'll just sit on the rock, occupy ourselves, leave the world to dry. I'm heading south, where the river meets the sea, at the harbour mouth. I need the tide to pull me out from the trouble and the doubt, the trouble and the doubt. She said, don't think, just do. What did worry ever do for you? All this trouble and doubt is gonna wear you out. She said, don't think, just be. When did worry ever set you free? All this trouble and doubt is gonna wear you out. It's gonna wear you out. So I'm heading south to where the river meets the sea, at the harbour mouth. I need the tide to pull me out from the trouble and the doubt, the trouble and the doubt. The trouble and the doubt. Trouble and the doubt. Thank you. Back to Ian in the studio.
In the studio. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. Cheers. Cheers. Well done. That sounded great as well, and brilliant songs. I've heard one of those, haven't I? I think. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. We have to do this in real life at some point, for definite. If you think that Neil and Matthew should sing more, put it in the comments. Just say it.
Yes, please.
Okay, so thank you very much. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to bring on James's honorary brother, Rick. So stand by, Rick. This is a song that was kind of rooted in where me and Neil are from, which is Bournemouth on the south coast. For those of you over in the States who have no idea where Bournemouth is. And I've told the story many times. It's called Upstairs at Ivan's, but it's partly about this terrible secret that this guy Ivan had, but it's also basically just about how much fun it is playing music with other people. And James, whenever you're ready, I'll just launch into it.
Just having a little fun, that's
You
all.
just cannot keep the older generation off their phones, can you? Right. I don't know. I think he was checking his Tinder or something. I don't know.
I was taking your photograph. Come on, I was doing something.
But James, I don't want to go on Tinder, James. When he was a kid, Ivan never hid from the boys who'd throw their stones at his guitar. Old man that I knew, he played and he made it through, and in his attic room, our Ivan was a star. So people can talk, and people can say whatever they want. Let the evening bring what it will bring. There's room up in the roof, and he was a living proof that blood is only skin deep. Music is everything. He said no one could really play. Since the Beatles went their ways, the year that I was born, the day music died, which I thought was a bit unfair. with our cans and cigarettes. John, Paul, George and Chet, we did our best to keep this song alive. So people can talk, and people can say whatever they want. Let the evening bring what it will bring. There's room up in the roof, and we were living proof that blood is only skin deep, and music is everything. Far below the seagull, hidden by the stones, rattling in the shadows, it's this closet full of bones. Yeah, I was miles away, I was dreaming I could play us high above my head. The words were thrown one sunny afternoon in Ivan's living room. He took the plastic off the sofa, he told me to sit down. And what he told me there of his family affair, I still hear the scales come crashing all around. But people can talk, or people can say whatever they want. Who's to say what? There's room up in the roof, we all are living proof that blood is only skin deep. Music is everything, yeah, blood is only skin deep. Music is everything. Well, Abilene, Abilene, the sweetest town that I've ever seen. Women there will treat you mean in Abilene. Oh, thanks, guys. That really was fun. I didn't need my headphones. I couldn't hear them at all, actually, because I'm quite deaf in that ear, actually. But you know, so if that sounded good, then we must. Yes. Then our one practice has really paid off. So now I'm going to hand over to James to introduce his honorary brother,
Yes.
Rick.
Do we have my honorary brother on the screen? There he is. There's my man Rick. I should say, first of all, that I do have two brothers, and I'd like to make a shout out to them back in Chicago. Long story made short, we used to play music around the kitchen table in the old days. It's a classic thing. We all kind of sang and hung out together, but that kind of evolved, and I stole my brother's guitar and moved away, and they kind of let it go a little bit. But then I went to university, and I met my good friend Rick Werner. Rick and I know each other for 40 years now, I think. Is that about right? 40 years, 1981?
Let's call it 30.
Let's call it 30. Good idea. Anyway, so I'd like to, without further ado, just introduce my best friend, the best man at my wedding, Rick Werner. What you got?
I'm gonna play the 60% of the chords that I'm gonna play are ones I learned on the stolen Ibanez. Hey, Catherine, your head's in the picture. You want to be in? It's my groupie, man. So 60% of the chords I'm gonna play I learned on that stolen Ibanez in the basement of Sherwood Lodge back at university with James. I'm going to play a cover of a perfect Steve Earle song called Sometimes She Forgets. And then I'll do an original. I'll say a little bit about that after I mess this one up. If you see her out tonight She tells you it's just the lights that bring her here, and not her loneliness. That's what she says, but sometimes she forgets. If she tells you she don't need a man, she's had all the comfort she can stand, you best believe every word she says. But don't give up, 'cause sometimes she forgets. Sometimes she forgets, but not too long ago she swore she wasn't gonna let her heart be broken anymore. So now she keeps it locked away, and it grows colder every day, and it won't warm to any man's caress. And that's what she says, but sometimes she forgets. Sometimes she forgets, but not too long ago she swore she wasn't gonna let her heart be broken anymore. So if you see her out tonight and she tells you it's just the light that bring her here, and not her loneliness. And that's what she says, but sometimes she forgets. Now don't give up, 'cause sometimes she forgets. I love that song, Steve Earle. Now I'm going to do an original, which I played for the first time in front of people at the bookshop, and which I'm at, by the way. I'm at the Western Annex of the bookshop. You can see the books behind me. That was a bookshop. Played it for the first time in front of anybody at the bookshop like 3 years ago, after writing it for like 15 years, literally. And it's called Carry Me. Got that out of the way. Late at night, ought to be in bed. Foolish notion floating round my head. Carry me over it all. Early morning, sipping on my tea, letting my life slip away from me. Carry me over it all. Driving home, I hear that song. I still don't know where we went wrong. Carry me over it all. You can run, you can try to hide it, pretend that you just don't care. still see her face everywhere. Carry me over it all. Every day I put on my shoes, walk out the door, and I try to walk away my blues. Carry me over it all. But there ain't much we can do. We lost the one thing that carried us through. Carry me over it all. You can run, you can try to hide it, pretend that you just don't care. Still see her face everywhere. Carry me over it all. 3 a.m. sitting all alone, wondering what you'd say if I called you on the telephone. Carry me over it all. Carry me over it all.
Yay! Bravissimo! Rick, that was really good.
Thank you.
It brings back, oh, there's howling going on from the kitchen, I think, in the west wing of the bookshop there. Yeah. It's yeah.
Where we keep the cookery books.
My next song I write will be Howlin' in the Bookshop.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good one. We'll
Good start.
I expect you to fly to London when they allow that sometime in the next year or two, and we'll meet you in this book. Well, actually, we'll meet you here again in the bookshop and sing together.
I'm counting on it.
Okay. Well, I really want to thank you, Rick.
Hope Steve gets better and he can do it next time.
That's right. That's right. I'll put the pressure on him. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight to you. Thank you so much. If we ever do this again, you're on the list. And we'll say goodnight to you. But we're about to do another song, another original band song. But before I do that, I want to mention that Ian has arranged, he supports the Bose Park Folk Club, and he's done a lot of the technical work in getting this streaming thing up and running. And the restreaming, the streaming service costs a bit of money. And so what we're asking you to do, please, is if you look on your screen, you'll see a tip jar there. If you can donate a pound or two, we would not say no. It does help cover the cost of the streaming for this event, as well as for the Bose Park Folk Club in Bounds Green, North London. So please give if you can. Thank you very much. This next song, if you guys are ready. This next song was inspired by a swan, actually a shape-shifting swan that I swear I really saw it happen. It was during the Lumiere Festival in London, and I thought I saw a swan shift into the shape of a person and kind of dodge behind a canal boat. Let the song speak for itself, though. It's called Muriel Street. Well-meaning friends have taken me for a night out on the town.
well-meaning friends seem to think that I am lonesome. They couldn't be more wrong, because I've got places to go, people to meet. A boy named Tom waits for me. He lives below Muriel Street. Walls closing in. This public house is dark and feeling close. His salty skin, tender touch are not so far away. By the Regent's Canal, I think I'll just go for an amble down by the towpath. Tom, my Tom, his kisses are sweet. He lives below Muriel Street. The music gets too loud, I rock away from the crowd and into a daydream. And in that place I sometimes see things I had not before. Like that night in February when you step out of the shape-shifting shadow. The moon and the stars gave their blessing. Say you don't sing. Across the ages and back to that canal, I could hear it echoing. I'm content with you, my secret, hidden in plain sight. Believe me, magical things and marvelous happenings come by and by, and I've got someone to me. Down below Muriel Street. Oh, I got someone. I got someone. Down below Muriel Street. Oh, I got someone to me.
Clapping
Exhausting.
from the
Thank you very much.
cookery corner. Would you like this, Charlie?
All right, we're gonna
So
have to do some.
this is our last song. We've nearly done our allotted 12 songs. But you know, if people could be persuaded to ask for an encore in the chat, we could bring Nick out. Nick, can you stick a hand into the line of sight there? So
That's
we
Nick.
could bring Nick. See the talent in that arm. We could persuade him out from behind the desk to do a couple of songs, and then we might persuade Tim to come out of the kitchen wing and do a song. Or you might want to type in the chat that you don't want Tim to do a song. I mean, either of those are... We don't want to force your hand. Yeah. But, you know, if you don't ask for an encore, we'll just pack up and go home and cry. You going to introduce the song?
Yeah, it's a song. It's called Road Out of Me. I don't know what the hell it's about. I wrote the tune, and then these guys wrote the words.
No.
We thought you knew what it was about.
I feel like Bob Dylan. You know, I've written this mysterious
Or
song,
80.
and people say, "What's it mean?"
I have no idea.
What does it mean? It goes like this, I think. many times have you fixed me right here? A hunter turned into a tree. It's your spell and you work it like hell, but you won't take the road out of me. I miss you, baby, when you're not around. I miss your long hair when you cut it free. Calling out loud like your face in a crowd, but it won't take the road out of me. Come on, honey, let's take it downtown. See the bright lights when there's no one around. We can dance on bridges, we can run to the sea, but you won't take the road out of me. We got our secrets, they're yours, they're mine. It's a treasure nobody can see. I've told you more than I've ever before, but you won't take the road out of me. Come on, honey, let's take it downtown. See the bright lights when there's no one around. We can dance on the bridges, we can run to the sea, but you won't take the road out of me. Take the road, yeah. Take the road. Take the road. Won't take the road. Take the road. Won't take the road. Just let me be free. Just let her be free. How many times did I cry out to her? Let me into your sweet mystery. Till the day when you said, well, I'll stay, but you won't take the road out of me. Till the day when she said, well, I'll stay, but you won't take the road out of me. Yeah, makes more sense when we play it slowly like that.
Well, yeah. So thank you very much for coming. I can't read from here. Did we get an encore, Nick?
I've got quite a few. Oh, good.
A few encores.
Calls for encores from Susan, from Stephen and Sally.
Ah, Stephen Sally Masters.
Did, I attempted to type a request during that mandolin break, just as my fingers were moving much faster than people thought. Right, so if you didn't request an encore, you're free to go. Thank you very much for joining us. We've had a lot of fun.
But if you want to stick around.
But if you want to stick around, we are now going to bring on Nick. So, big virtual round of applause for Mr. Nick Seatman, please.
Yeah. Woo!
Hey. No, please don't. Please don't go.
Mr. Nick Seatman. Let's give it up for Mr. Nick Seatman. Are we live? We are, yeah. Let's clap it up. I could do that. What would you do without, what would we do without Nick? Let's go.
I'm all entangled. Am I coming through? Ian, am I? Lovely. I think this is my first ever, like, proper live stream, like in a band in a room sort of live stream. It's rather fun. What am I going to do? I'm going to do a traditional song. This is one that I've loved for a very long time, called "Blow the Wind Southerly." Southerly, 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 blow the wind south o'er the bonny blue sea. Blow the wind southerly, 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 blow bonny breezes, my lover, to me. They told me last night there were ships in the offing, so I hurried down to the deep rolling sea. But my eye could not see it, wherever might be it, the bark that is bearing my lover to me. Blow the wind southerly, 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 blow the wind south o'er the bonny blue sea. Blow the wind southerly, 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 blow bonny breezes, my lover, to me. Is it not sweet for to hear the wind singing, as gently it rolls on the deep rolling sea? But deeper and sweeter by far when 'tis bringing the bark of my lover in safety to me. Blow the wind southerly, 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 blow the wind south o'er the bonny blue sea. Blow the wind southerly, 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 blow bonny breezes, my lover, to me. I stood by the lighthouse the last time we parted, till darkness came down o'er the deep rolling sea. And no longer I saw the bright bark of my lover, so blow bonny breezes and bring him to me. Blow the wind southerly, 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 blow the wind south o'er the bonny blue sea. Blow the wind southerly, 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 blow the wind breezes, my lover, to me. Blow the wind southerly, 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 blow the wind south o'er the bonny blue sea. Blow the wind southerly, 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 blow bonny breezes, my lover, to me. Thank you very much. This is lovely. What was I going to do? I'm going to do another seafaring, or, well, song about the sea, but notably not about seafaring. This is one of mine. Hang on. That's close enough. This is one of mine called Canadian Harbourside. As I squeeze onto the busy train each morning and stare out of the window at the sky, I wonder as we pull out of the station, is there another life to live before I die? So I fantasize on ships and seas and sailing, of the crying of the seagulls on the pier. Is it the calling of the ocean that has moved me, or just a listless longing to be anywhere but here? Could I spend my days by some Canadian harbourside, stormy breezes blowing in my face? Are we bound to always dream of walking someone else's road, dream of happiness in some far distant place? My hands are not the strong hands of a sailor, not tanned and tough from hauling at the lines. But perhaps the windswept heart of every person on the sea was once a frail and timid one like mine. I am not, I fear, cut out to be a fisherman. I will not run off to sea, but even so, I will still stare out of windows and imagine, and sing songs about a life I'll never know. Could I spend my days by some Canadian harbour side, with the salty breezes blowing in my face? Are we bound to always dream of walking someone else's road, to look for happiness in some far distant place? Heave away, all away. Heave away, all away. Could I spend my days by some Canadian harbour side, with the salty breezes blowing in my face? Are we bound to always dream of walking someone else's road, to look for happiness in some far distant place? Thank you all very much, and thank you so much to Somebody Else's Troubles for having me tonight.
Okay, well, thank you. Let's have another round of virtual applause for Nick Seatman. We got wires everywhere. Oh my gosh, this is a scary situation. I just wanted to say a couple of words here, and I think I can speak for both Ian and Charlie when I say that the planets. Charlie's back there, and Ian's over here. And the man I'm about to introduce is kind of a pivotal person in the origins of Somebody Else's Troubles. Long story made short, we had a singer-songwriter, what we call the salon, once a month. And we also had a campfire once a month. And Tim was very kind to allow us to do it in his bookshop, and that was the previous bookshop. But here he is again. We've got Tim West, Mr. Tim West. Yeah.
I was so pivotal, you forgot my name.
Oh,
Cool. Just breaking the fourth wall here. That's what they've been playing to, all right? That's it. That's you. That's the audience.
It is a very strange experience, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Right. Haven't practiced. No idea what I'm doing. Let's lower the tone. There are hand movements to this. I won't be able to see you doing them, but you can do them anyway. All right? Hot potato. Huh? Cold spaghetti. Silence, it's great. Mashed banana. I'm only taking this long because I've actually forgotten how to play this. And battery. Yeah, I know. I am... Right. Smart. Casual. Smart. Charlie. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Potato. Potato, potato, potato. Cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. Cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. Cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. Spaghetti. Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti.
Oh, Ricky, Ricky, Ricky,
Give me that, give me that, give me that food. Give me that food. Mashed banana, mashed banana. Mashed banana, mashed banana. Mashed banana, mashed banana. Banana. Banana, banana, banana. We're going to do hot potato once more, but I'm going to keep going on this until the band join me. Come on, come on, come on, stand in front of this camera. We're going to do hot potato. You ready? It's only one chord. What the hell are you talking about? Ready? Mostly C. You ready? Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Potato, big finish. Potato, potato, potato.
All right.
One clap. You wouldn't let me in yours, though.
Can I have that?
Everybody on stage for Wagon Wheel Then, which is the song that we always finished off at the bookshop with. So if you want to stand somewhere behind. Okay.
Well, this next song that we're about to sing was the encore of choice. This is like the last song we always sang at the campfires at the end of the night before we went home, before we all reluctantly left.
Undoubtedly the last song we ever sang at the bookshop before it was closed down for some unexplained reason. Did anybody mention bongos? Okay.
Headed down south to the land of the pines, thumbing my way to North Carolina, staring out the window, I pray to God whoops. Am I plugged in?
The bongos.
Sorry, that was a false start. Here we go. Headed down south to the land of the pines, thumbing my way to North Carolina, staring out the window, I pray to God I see headlights.
Southbound train.
Hey, mama, rock me. Pointed south, out of Roanoke, I met a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long toke. But he's headed west through the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. I've gotta get a move on, fit for the sun. I hear my baby calling my name. I know that she's the only one, and if I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free.
Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much for coming, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to go. It's past Charlie's bedtime, so
way
we've got to go. So thanks very much for coming. Next month, we're doing a live stream next month, but it also coincides with us being the guests at the Bose Park Folk Club, so that will be on the 1st of July. It may be a live gig like this one. It may not. We'll have to see what happens, but stay tuned. Keep watching Facebook, and thank you so much for coming.